Right, so you've seen the non-spoiler version of Spectre. Now it's time for the good stuff.
I don't know why both intros have been me going excited, bursting with
You're
excitement.
overly excited this week, aren't you? But we just watched a cool movie, so it's worth talking about even more.
So go and watch the main review if this is the first video you're watching, because that outlines the main points. This one will be specifically.
It's your last warning, so full spoilers now. Let's get into it. The big thing with Spectre is Blofeld.
Yes.
The big reveal of it, because Christoph Waltz for months now, his main character's been called Oberhauser, but then you find out he's the classic Bond villain Blofeld. So
yeah.
I saw it coming a mile away, but the thing was the reveal was still good.
Yeah,
I
it
still
was
enjoyed it.
It was great. I mean, like when you finally see him and stuff, and which would you consider his first appearance being when Bond is stood in the meeting and he looks up at him, or when he actually goes to the factory and meets him and they talk with that meteorite and stuff.
Well, the thing is,
because that's the first proper interaction that you see.
It
with
is,
him,
yeah,
isn't
because
it?
Blofeld is at the funeral in Rome, you know, like the back of his head, and he kind of like turns to him and walks away. But
slightly.
I find the meeting scene was fantastic because it was so much tenseness. Because as soon as Blofeld shows up and sits down, everyone just goes quiet. I'm about to say the audience as well, just completely silent, waiting for this guy to say something. And also, Dave Bautista's character, Mr. Hinks as well. He only had one line the entire movie, which I feel like it worked for the character. It's like shit.
Right at the very end, shit. It gets ripped off a chair.
I know, yeah.
It's such an intense fight as well. You're like, Bond is getting his ass kicked. Essentially, he's getting the shit beat out of him.
Oh no, yeah. But say like that entire train, that's like he gets thrown through so many like wooden walls and stuff. Yeah.
But then as soon as that first can flies off, I was like, I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, this is where it's gonna go.
I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
You see him picking up the rope. You're like, you gonna get thrown off.
Exactly.
Yeah. Straight away, just clink. Shit. Woof. He's gone. Yeah. So one of the really cool things I enjoyed about this, they did it in Die Another Day. It was the chase scene, you know, between Bond, obviously, and I can never remember his character's name, but it's the Aston Martin.
Zhao, he's got diamonds in his face.
Yes,
yeah.
Aston Martin and the Jag, and they're going across the ice. They do a very similar style of chase in this film, and it's really
more
fun
believable,
to watch.
of course. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
no big like mini cannons coming out.
Exactly.
Of
yeah, but although Bond's car in this one, the machine guns has no ammo, you know, like it's got music instead.
Yeah, because the car isn't meant for him.
Yeah, it's
meant
009,
for 009. Yeah, but he steals it anyway. It's like, no, I'm 007. I'm gonna take this car, and you ain't gonna stop me. And if you do, I'm Bond. I'm gonna kick your ass. So.
Yeah. With Spectre as well, it's got quite a few great villains in it as well. So like we've got Blofeld, we've got Mr. Hinks as well. What do you think to the surprise of Andrew Scott being C? I guess we know what C stands for then.
Yeah. I kind of called it because he plays Moriarty.
In Sherlock, yeah.
Going into it, you get that vibe from him straight away. You're like, you're up to something. I don't know what it is yet, but I think you're in on whatever's gonna go down.
Exactly.
And then it's revealed, and I'm like,
kind of saw you coming. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I can't think of anything else I've ever seen him in, to be honest. Yeah, so except for Sherlock. Yeah. So
but he does a really good job of being the cocky, fresh face in the Bond film, because he's the one that's trying to get rid of the double O's. Obviously, we find out it's because he's working for Spectre, and he needs to get rid of them so that they don't find out what's going on behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
But he's kind of masquerading by saying, oh, you know, we can do all this stuff with drones and other things. And
yeah, exactly.
Kind of trying to make it sound like they really don't need the 00, like the 00s.
Exactly, yeah. But because Ray Fiennes' speech about the license to kill, I think, is probably a really good one. She's like, you need to pull the trigger, but then a license to kill is also not to kill. Yeah.
Like,
I think Ray
that's a
Fiennes good job,
is great. Voldemort. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Voldemort.
Thanks, Voldy.
Good
Have to get
talk.
that nose. British intelligence. In regards to favourite bits of the movie, I found the opening, especially the Day of the Dead, Mexico City.
Shot.
The movie opens up and it's just following Bond going through the crowd in his like skull costume, which is on a lot of the posters and whatnot, and just that entire bit. It goes through the hotel to his hotel room, then onto the roof, and then shooting at the terrorists.
There's more. There's obviously going to be cuts in there, but
course,
it feels like one continuous shot all the way through. It just makes it look so cool.
I'm gonna say that entire scene is just alive, isn't it? Because they actually got like over 2,000 people to be in that opening as well, and like closed down Mexico City to do the helicopter stuff. So
my favourite bit is the bit right at the very end where we meet what's it called?
Blofeld.
German guy. You love it. You love saying it. I'm gonna say that. Let you say his name because you love saying his name.
Blofeld.
Blofeld.
Not Uberhauser.
it's when they meet and he's got like his tablet and he's saying to Bond, he's like, I'm the cause of all your pain.
Yeah.
And he turns all the screens off and all of his staff members stand
completely
up.
get up.
And you're like, this guy has command of everything.
Mixes
in
with
right
the
now.
tentacles of his organization.
Yeah, you just feel like Bond can do literally nothing.
Yeah.
Because whatever he does, everyone in that room is just gonna jump on it and be like, no, you're dead. I love seeing Daniel Craig actually use like bigger emotions because
he's got a lot of emotional range, doesn't he? Yeah,
because a Bond villain, he has to play cool, collected. There's not a lot of chance for him to be like, you know, losing his shit kind of thing because he's a trained
killer, isn't he?
Yeah,
trained killer.
There's not a lot of opportunity for him to be like, I'm losing my mind, don't do this.
Exactly,
because it shows that he cares about the other characters.
Yeah, exactly,
cool. It's cool to see some
it is great.
depth to the character for once.
All biased now, because it was my first ever Bond film, and also it had a pretty kick-ass video game with it as well. GoldenEye is my first Bond movie, and I always automatically say Pierce Brosnan's my favourite. But looking at overall as an adult, I find Daniel Craig is my favourite because Casino's a really different movie. Then Quantum is kind of like lackluster, but Skyfall and Spectre, completely different shades of the character, isn't it? So.
Well, I mean, it's a technology thing as well, isn't it? Like movies in general have come to a point now where we've got a lot of stuff that we can use to create these stories and stuff. So the stories are bigger and louder and there's more production going into it than say.
But say like the entirety of the MI6 building being blown up as well, like just the entire thing, especially when it goes off and you see like the explosion.
Ground floor.
exactly.
Oh, I think we've spoiled as much as possible for you guys.
Spilled our guts over this awesome movie, but overall, I'm really happy with Spectre. I'm looking forward to the next Bond film. Fingers crossed Daniel Craig's got another one in him. But yeah, I can't wait for this to come out on Blu-ray and rewatch it again.
Yeah. Go and watch it while it's still in the cinema. Get the full experience.
Yeah, because as of right now, it's not even out in America, so it should be out in like the next week for you guys. So fingers crossed you go see it. UK got it a bit early because you know James Bond only answers to one government. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching our the spoiler-filled review of Spectre. Fingers crossed you've seen the non-spoiler version before this one, but if you haven't,
fingers crossed you watched the movie before watching the spoiler review of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That would suck.
If not,
we
still enjoy your company. Don't go away, please.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.
Peace.